You feel downfall in the air? Honestly, I feel like T1 might win, but not sure. I feel like T1's been playing better than Hanwha lately. Hanwha's been playing pretty poorly. It's a really important match, though, because if Hano Life win, that means that they're guaranteed to be over T1 in the standings because they'll have a 2-series lead, which means that they'll get a best-of-5 qualification match against Gen G. And then if they lose that, they'll still get another qualification match to MSI because there's no playoffs in LCK, the split. Just like a qualification to MSI. So there'll be a Gen G versus Hano Life qualification match if they win, and then the loser will play another qualification match. And if T1 lose, then they can't like be first seed going into MSI. They can't get the first seed. They could maybe get the second. They'd have to play 2 different matches, one to get into the qualification match and then another one to qualify. All right, let's see what Zika does, because last time that people were blinding Victor and stuff, he would just end up picking a later on like Silas. They would go like Silas Pantheon here, Silas Xinjiao. This would be kind of the angle that they would go for, and he would attack this Victor like that. There's Jace up for Zeus. There is still Sion up. I feel like T1 would low-key want Zeus to pick Jace so that they could pick Sion into it. There's the Jhin for Viper. I mean, that's one of the picks that Guma likes the most. Man, they're probably going Jhin over Varus. That's kind of crazy to me. So, what does T1 want to play? I mean, there's Varus. I mean, they could go Kalista. Oh, nice. All right, so there was a bug. Oh, so they're giving Jhin to Guma if he wants it. I mean, they've been willing to play things like Varus, Kalista, Renata into hard lanes. I would think here that what you should do is take away Nico, though. Like, what I think you should do on T1 side is play like either Jhin Nico or Varus Nico and try to abuse this this Kalista. MF? Do they care about Nico at all? They should take the Nico, in my opinion. I wonder what the Light will play into Nico, because you don't normally want to play Renata. I mean, obviously, Kalista Renata is a good pairing, but you don't normally want to play Renata. Now, Delight has been one of the people that has played Elise support. He's not as big on the Elise support as Lehens, but he still likes Elise support. And this is generally a Hano Life type of team comp. Okay, Poppy ban. I wonder if they'll ban out Pantheon as well, or if they don't care. I do feel like Pantheon would probably be the best thing here. I don't think Neferi would work well with Victor, so I think Pantheon would help bring their comp together. Wukong ban? You could ban Wukong, but I do feel like Victor Wukong seems a little bit like weak when it comes to like early game skirmishing and stuff. And you have a Xinjiao Silas, which is just a lot stronger than Wukong Victor early game. Obviously, Victor is stronger than Silas in lane, but in any type of skirmish, Silas is going to outperform. So they banned the Elite support because they know Delight likes playing Elite support. Sion is banned into Zeus, okay, or into Doran. I think Zeus might go for Jace here, if that's the idea. And if he does go Jace, I assume that Doran will play something like Yorick or Jax. I assume you just go support on 4 here and you let Zeus counterpick, though. You probably don't care about the Jace much anyway, like taking it, because Doran, not a good Jace player. Pretty much every time Doran plays Jace, T1 loses. So I would take support here. They might just take Renata anyway. Like, they might just not give a and take Renata anyway. Dona. Okay, so they're giving Pantheon. Wonder if Zeus has any, like, special counters to the Yorick. Because there should be some special counters that he has, to be honest. Jax? Jax is fine. I like Jax in this game overall, I think. I think it's pretty good. Enemy team doesn't have, like, too much CC that you. You should scale really well in this game as a Jax player. I think Hano Life won this draft, personally. I like what they have. I think that this Nico MF is really pressured to, like, stomp lane, which honestly is, like, something that used to be more of T1's identity. I feel like recently they haven't been as much of a, like, stomp lane type of team. I feel like the majority of their drafts, or, like, the drafts that I feel like they're really comfortable on, are lanes that are, like, fine, maybe slightly winning, but give carry a lot of agency throughout the game. Yeah, I just feel like Hano Life should be, like, yeah, they should probably stomp here. If they don't stomp this game, I don't know, man. I don't know at that point. I feel like Hano Life has actually been doing this quite a bit recently, where they just kind of, like, have the Light pick something with Viper that is not good for lane, but good for the game overall, and they just play like that. I mean, Leona is the champion that's really good here because you're playing into double immobile carries, so Leona ult has so much value. Also pretty tanky throughout this game. But yeah, it's not a pick that's, like, good. Like, you're not happy playing this lane. You're not like, oh shit, nice, we have Kalista in lane that's, like, gonna be ahead. The lane that should be suffering.
Zeka, as he often does, just playing. I mean, he might get the kill here. Very, very close. Faker not respecting it. He's going to
oh, Faker got his flash blown 1v1 by Silas. That's so bad for him. The Light just hit level 3, so they're going to zone Kalista off the wave, but yeah, this is not an issue. Well, I mean, it's an issue, but it's not going to be a kill. Damn, bro, that's actually super bad for Faker. Faker got outlaned really hard. The fact that he's, like, even in CS, and he got his flash blown 1v1 is crazy. And Zeus just TP'd bot, so Zeus is taking over bot.
Straight up.
Yorick is going to try to push out top. We'll see what ends up happening. I mean, they're kind of selling out Zeus a bit. This is like the way, this is really just to help Kalista, because Kalista was suffering. Hano Life loves swaps like this, though. Like, teams don't have a consistent counter pick to Yorick. Yeah, I mean, a lot of times, like, people are banning out Sion. I think Sion isn't a counter pick, but Sion's a pick that is fine into Yorick. I think people had the other idea in previous patches, but now people kind of realize that the strengths of Yorick, or like Yorick being able to have a semi-free lane, is also good for Sion if Sion has a team comp that allows for him to actually frontline. But I think things like, if you play into Yorick and you play things like mid laner that has potential move, you play like Ryze or Talia plus a Sion, I think it's pretty good. Also, you farm the Sion. The Sion farms the ghouls pretty easily.
Going in on Aguma, who is going to take a bunch of damage. I don't know if they actually have kill pressure here.
Hey, I mean, that's Flash Ignite. Surprised that Viper didn't play it more aggressive here. I feel like Viper should have played more aggressive. I mean, if Delight is going in that hard, I feel like you got to force like summoners or something. Grab going to Xin would be huge.
Walking up here is Doran.
Yeah, I mean, Victor's just ulting just to push the wave because he knows that this is a timer where he could potentially be in trouble.
Probably got a good back timing here. I don't think he's in any danger, especially with the sun coming down.
I mean, he's gonna have to TP or to recall. I mean, he's gonna have to recall, come back. I mean, the thing is, he doesn't have ult, so that should mean that Hano Life just gets grubs for free. Like, there's no way you should be able to contest grubs with Victor having no ult. This champion is so ass when you don't have ult. And did he just go CDR boots first? Is that what I just saw? I mean, Zeus has TP soon. Like, if he could just get this wave and then recall, it's pretty good for him. He's got to be careful of Pantheon ult. Xin is going to hover bot one time. Like, he'll be fine to TP bot here. You'll take the 4v4. I mean, the thing is, Keria will be level 6 now because they didn't go for the grub play on spawn. That's a little bit weird. Seems weird to me that they're giving grubs. I feel like this is a situation where Hano Life should be willing to fight, but they just didn't want to get on it early. They could have passed it away to help the situation early.
I know we should.
This guy allowed to do this? Well, Hano Life looks a little unsure of themselves here. Surprising. Could be a Pantheon ult here. Yeah, I mean, they should know this is happening, though. Ends up being 1-for-1. Keria used Flash and it ended up being 1-for-1. I guess it's not the end of the world, but I feel like they should have known that this is happening. Seems weird to... It seems weird for this to... Hey, nice. Zeus got the maiden. That's huge for him. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good for the Jax. I don't know. I feel like this was weird. I feel like Hano Life should have been stronger on this timer. I'm actually surprised this ends up being a kill. Like, good from Delight to trade one back. I felt like that should have just been 1-for-0. Well, he was doing grubs before. It wasn't off the top play, right?
Eventual trade will be a dragon picked up.
Okay, this is trading. The thing is, him trading is not super good here because no one is on his side of the map. Like, Xin is going to be late to top because he did Drake, so I don't really like Zeus trading that much there. A little bit weird. Hano Life looks a little bit, like, shook here. Like, they're just down a decent amount because I feel like their jungler has been really inactive. I feel like Xin hasn't done anything this game. Like, Keria has been no sums now for a bit. I feel like that could be a point of contention, but they just don't go for it. Yeah, Hano Life, I feel like they've lost a lot of their, like, edge, to be honest. When I'm thinking about how they like to play, I feel like they're the team that was really good at pushing advantages and playing, like, strong early games. But it just feels like they're not really doing anything right now. Like, I don't see what Xin is waiting for in this game. He should feel fine. He should be ready to fight. Could have attacked mid. Mid was no flash. Zika burned Faker's flash at like 3 minutes into the game. No one came mid. It's not good.
Which you do love to see, including Keria. Bit of damage here on Zeus, who is Jax, but yeah, stun comes in.
He's just dead.
He's dead.
Free kill. Peanut just showed top for no reason. Peanut just wasted time top, showed top. Zeus just dies for it. Doesn't feel like T1 is having to do anything special right now. They're 3k gold up from nothing, essentially. From just Hano Life being inactive when Hano Life is playing the stronger early game champs. Like, they're playing... The thing is, in pure laning, they're not that strong. What they're strong at is skirmishing and stuff like that, but they're not going for any skirmishes. So, like, Silas not skirmishing, Xin not skirmishing, Leona not skirmishing, you're just slowly losing your lanes as opposed to like doing something active in the game. Looks like Hano Life is really like, they've fallen off, bro. They've really fallen off. You can just tell that they just don't feel like very secure in making any plays. Like this is a Nico that doesn't have a Callista, right? When Nico has no flash, this champion is so easy to kill with Leona. Leona was level 6 and Nico was no flash for like 4 minutes. They didn't make one play on the Nico. Gumayushi was chilling in lane. He's just farming. Like nothing bad is happening to him. On the other side, Hano Life, like they should be really happy to skirmish around mid. They didn't go for any skirmishes around mid. Faker was no flash. They didn't roam the Leona mid ever. They didn't play around Zeus at all. You know, kill Yorick, force his flash, kill the Maiden. Like, they didn't do anything for Zeus either. Feels like mainly it's just Pina and Delight are just kind of AFK farming these days. Owner should be in trouble here.
He's just going to flash away. Good call. Peanut and Delight.
Okay, they didn't want to send. I wonder if we'll see a Pantheon ult from Silas here into this fight and they'll just like full send. I mean, you can't really do Herald like this. Herald hurts, bro. You can't do Herald like this. You gotta fight. You gotta actually look for angles, man. I just don't know what Hano Life's strength is anymore. Because I viewed them as like a really good like early game skirmishing team. That was one of the main strengths I thought they had.
All right, Doran trying to play for this turret, might be fighting him.
All right, he's going towards the other enemies. He's buying a lot of time. The turret goes down. Owner tries to come in and save him, but Doran gets
This is going to be, I mean, this should not be good for T1, but let's see. Can they just not kill Owner ever? Oh, they kill Owner.
Now we got the engage coming in on Aguma. He has to cleanse. He flashes, but he's knocking out of this one. Hano Life making something of this team fight.
Yeah, I mean, that should be good for them. I mean, they win these fights. They win these fights. Viper even in gold again. Yeah. I mean, these fights should be good. This and to be honest, this is also a problem for T1 that T1 indexes so hard in trying to salvage this. It's a big problem that teams have. If they just let Yorick die by himself, he gets the turret, and they just catch the wave bot, it's so much better than forcing Victor to TP. Because look at Victor top right now. Victor's gonna get top turret if this doesn't happen. Victor's on top turret. He's getting waves, and instead of creating World War III here, you could just assume, you could just accept that Yorick is dead. He gets turret, you get the other turret, you give 1 kill for 2 turrets, and then your game is still completely fine. Yeah, I don't really like it from T1. I just don't see why they would want to fight it so hard. And now they lost summoners, so now the problem is like they can get abused on mid with any type of gank onto Guma. They're going on Keria. Keria's gonna die. Keria's dead. Yeah, like, I don't know, the game has become like really annoying for you all of a sudden. Guma has no flash.
Guma is probably dead here. He doesn't have flash as the bullet time. It doesn't hit.
He used the bullet time just for a passive reset here. No, I don't think, dude, I don't think Doran lost them the game here, or like this is like majorly Doran's fault or anything like this. Doran should just suicide split down that turret. It's just that T1's response to Doran dying was not good. Like, they needed to play on the other side of the map and just accept that that wasn't their play to make. It was a bad fight. I mean, it's just a fight that the enemy team should want, you know? Especially when we were talking about the game, right? We said what it was. Hano Life is really good in skirmishing, but T1 has better lanes. So if you can, like, have things happen where they invest a lot of resources for 1 singular kill, and then you're still able to play through your strength, and then you just go to objectives and stuff like that, you should be really happy. Yeah, I mean, the problem now is that Hanwha is stronger in the fights. Like, Victor's not going to have flash for the Drake fight. I mean, he has CDR boots, he might have kha'zix, so maybe he ends up getting flash, probably not though. You're not going to have the ability to skirmish well on these objectives anymore. Like, it's very hard to play now. You have to rely on Nico getting a big ult or something like this. Yeah, they're trying to overly salvage plays instead of pushing the other side of the map. When you play 3 lanes, like T1 was doing, one of the biggest problems that I see teams have consistently is that when 1 lane gets attacked, if you play the game like in 3 lanes, right? Generally, what's going to happen is you can't have vision everywhere on the map because of the way that they changed the warding system, where only supports have wards essentially throughout the game. You're not going to be able to actually have vision to cover all 3 lanes. So when you play 3 lanes, generally one of your lanes will be attacked at some point, and that person is most likely going to die. And if you're a good team at playing 3 lanes, what you need to do is you need to run down the other 2 lanes. Like, you just need to, like, get stuff in the other 2 lanes so that they are punished for over indexing their resources into one side of the map. The problem that I see consistently with teams that are playing 3 lanes is they try to overly salvage whatever play is being made. So if they're playing 3 lanes and then one lane gets attacked, they just want multiple people to come and try to save that situation because they can't conceptualize the immediate value that you would get off staying in your lane and denying a wave or, you know, taking a turret or anything like that. So this is like a huge problem. This is something that it's hard to judge in general, and that's one of the reasons why we see things like, you know, what T1 did this game. But yeah, I mean, this Drake fight is Hano Life favored, by the way. Even though Hano Life is down 1k gold, they're happy to be in this fight. You have like a Hullbreaker Yorick that does not want a team fight. Jax is not that strong yet. He's only 1 item, so it's not like game over or anything. But yeah, they're spawning Herald so they can use it as a potential engage tool or to like, yeah, or to like save the situation. Yeah, they're just gonna have to give it. They have to give third Drake here. But T1, because they have no flash on Faker, they have to give the Drake. Zika might just ult this wave. Maybe not. Oh no, that's Nico's ult. He probably has Nico's ult, but it's just showing as MF's ult because Nico turned into MF. But it is probably Nico's ult, which is weird because I feel like on the spectator they should just show what ult he actually has, because I feel like it's confusing as a spectator. But whatever. Like in the game, obviously, like I understand the mind game potential of not having it like that, but I just feel like for spectators they should just show the actual ult. But that would probably take like actual work to do something. T1 looks lost. I mean, no, I don't think they look lost. Like here, they don't actually win at that point, right? So they have to give this, I think. 3 minutes 50 seconds till Ocean. Ocean will be really nice in this game. Just with the way that T1 fights, I mean, champions like Silas with an Ocean here are going to be so OP. I wonder if HLE will start Otacon in order to try to just get summoners off T1. Force a point of action. They could do it. It's got to be careful with how they do it. But when you play with Kalista, a lot of times you're really happy starting the objectives. If Kalista starts on the objective, normally she's pretty happy. But they would have to find a way to get tempo on one mid wave, and they don't have a mid turret here themselves, so it's kind of hard for them to find an angle to do it. Level 16 Silas for the next fight. Yep. Silas is going to be enjoying here. Oh, are they going to try to overly salvage this? Doran's just dead.
I think he just doesn't do it now. There's just way too much rotation over here.
Not good. He lost his maiden too. I feel like this is actually a time where they might hit Baron or they might hit Otacon when Yorick has no maiden, just to try to force the Yorick to suffer. The thing is, like, you don't have giga damage here as the victor. Like, you don't really have damage in this game. Like, you can't run over the team fight easily. So I think the problem that T1's going to run into is that like Pantheon and MF are a lot of their damage, and if they don't get a combo where MF is able to get a big ult and Pantheon's actually able to like skirmish, Hano Life is just straight up stronger. Yeah, they got heal out of Keria. They were trying to get his flash or kill him. I mean, if they get his flash, it would be huge. Let's see if they start Otacon on this timer. I think they will. Yeah, they're trying to start Otacon when there's no maiden. Oh, they're going Krugs together. Okay, they called this off. They wanted to start maiden. You could see, or not maiden. They wanted to start Otacon because they moved Kalista all the way up. They shifted everyone up to the Otacon, and then they decided not to do it because I guess they wanted to just save all their ults and be as powerful as possible for this Drake fight, this soul fight. And they think that they're strong enough that they'll just straight up win the Drake fight now. They think the soul fight will just be favored to them regardless. Loser of the series sends the truck. Well, you know, if Hano Life wins even one game in this series, that might be enough to secure them. Like, then it's out of T1's hands whether or not Hano Life gets second seed. Because if Hano Life 2-0s, if they win one game in this series and they 2-0 the next series, even if T1 wins 2 games against Hanwha and T1 2-0s the next series, Hano Life would have game score advantage and would be over them. So even the games within this series matter. If Hano Life wins this one game, it might be over for T1. Getting top 2. Yeah, they should just start it here. They should be very happy to just start it here. They need control in the banana brush, though. It's going to be hard for T1. It's going to be really hard for T1 to fight this. I don't like how Zika pulled this. You want to pull this Drake down.
We've seen this work.
Can they go maiden here? If they can kill the maiden, it's huge. Wow, they're getting maiden for free. Oh, it's big. Doran f***ed up. He walked too close. Gonna look for Keiria's ult, but he can't get it. Delight just went in. They should finish the Drake here. I don't like what Delight just did. Oh my god, they lost the Drake. Oh my god, did Delight troll it? Let's see. Let's see, let's see. I mean, Zeus could probably carry it with Zika. It's pretty ugly, though. I didn't like how they played it. What did Viper do? Why did Viper kill himself at the end here? Viper should not have killed himself here. This is really bad. He should have just stayed alive. I mean, he should have just allowed his team to just kill. I don't know. I didn't like this from Delight, to be honest. I felt like this was kind of unnecessary. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is pretty much as bad as the fight could go, no? If we're being honest. Oh my god, Peanut flashed into the wall and killed himself. Or, and didn't kill Guma. Peanut! No, you're so old. But yeah, there's no reason for Viper to die here. How old are you? Peanut, how old are you? That's owner, bro. He has no flash here. Okay. Okay. Oh, Peanut might just go in straight.
Viper hasn't died yet. I swear, I've seen him die like he's gone so deep. That feels wrong, right? Or sorry, Delight.
Delight.
No, Delight.
Yeah. That makes more sense. And now Zeus doesn't really
just beat his wife down in front of him. Respect? Well, like respect in this game, you know? Like not respect in real life. Like you shouldn't do that in real life. But I do respect what he did here. He's going to just TP back bot now. They're going Otacon here. I mean, they don't feel like they can use the bear to end. They should be able to get tier 2s, though.
At this point, you are Pantheon.
All right, they're going to try for something here, but Carrier doesn't find the angle.
I mean, I don't know if this is good, man. Like,
it's kind of a broken engage from T1.
Hit the turret, no?
And there's still 30 seconds about.
You kill the turret here.
So they have this wave. They take down the turret anyway. And that's some tools taken away from the T1 side. Zeus, not yet in a position.
Just can't progress on this side. I think they should have probably brought people to the Yorick side. Tried to kill the maiden. Yeah, I don't know. I think Hano Life, like, they found an opportune skirmish in this game and they got ahead from that. But I don't think that their planning was that great this game. Like, they just got down 3k gold early. They didn't contest grubs when there was no ulti on Faker. And Carrier wouldn't have been 6 if they actually did it like the wave before. Then Carrier had no flash. They didn't really make a plan around Carrier having no flash. I don't know. I just felt like there was a lot of opportunities for them they didn't take this game.
There's an issue.
Everything we said on the Pog stage is coming true. Yep. If Hano Life lock in, if Peanuts.
I mean, I don't know why T1 is trying to fight this. They're trolling, no? Aren't they trolling here? Okay.
Who does not care.
Wait, they just let. Okay. I mean, it's 2 for 2 right now. It's not like insane.
But he doesn't have any teammates. As they're diving the turret.
Zanya's?
They're just tanking the turret. And everybody seems to have a Zanya's. Everybody's going golden.
Wait, do they kill everyone?
Just doesn't do any damage. He's dead.
Okay. GG. Let's end the game.
Nah, that's just no chance.
Not having enough pull. They turn and take the kill first. And then they will kill the enemy Nexus. Hano Life. Very nicely played game. They got down 4.
T1 is on blue side again. Ooh, Gwen was actually banned by Hano Life. I thought that they were going to just... The thing is, what T1 decided to do here is they decided to ban Jace instead of Gwen, because then either they get Gwen into Rumble, which is a better matchup for Doran. It's a matchup that Doran can actually probably get through, because the Jace is going to be the counter, or what will happen is that they end up getting Rumble. Now, Rumble into Orin is not actually that great if Zeus wants to go it. Normally you'd go it on 3 though if you go it. I think at this point, I think what they should do is take away Ahri. That's what I think Hano Life should do here. I think they should take away Ahri from Faker because Sylas is out. I feel like you can get such a good Ahri angle here. I mean, Faker Rise, maybe they're afraid of Faker's Rise, but I do feel like Zika's a really good Ahri player, and with Sylas banned from previous games, Talia Azir out, they should just take the Ahri. Okay! Okay! You gotta think, chat. You gotta think. Faker wants Ahri. You can take it here, and then Faker is not going to be great, in theory, on picks into Ahri here. Faker's going to play like a Kali or some bullshit. The Ornn pick is excellent here. Super good Ornn pick. Good for your team comp because you have like 2 champions that essentially are assassins. Playmaking champions. Ornn can lane into Rumble. Also, Ornn is good for Senna because Senna is a champion that doesn't have that much damage. Like, consistent damage. Orianna, I mean, Orianna's bad into Ahri, so you'd be happy with that. Faker could go Annie, I guess, but I mean, if they go Annie, this Ornn is just looking more and more OP. If they go Annie, Rumble into an Ornn, I mean, the 80 junglers are pretty much gone too. Like, I don't know what owner would play. I mean, maybe they could go something like Viego Annie. They could go Viego, Annie, or they could go like Annie, Lee Sin, maybe. I could see that. No, you don't care about Orianna. Like, I think you have to be willing to play that matchup. Orianna's not good into Nefiri either. It's not good versus Orin either. Like, Orianna's bad into all the champions that Hano Life has. So even though Faker's a really good Orianna player, it's just not worth expending the draft resource. You have to have some confidence that you're gonna play well. And I do think Zika is a better player than Faker, right? So you should be fine in a winning lane. All right, what is Viper gonna play here? Could just be Jhin. Honestly, I think Jhin is actually probably the best pick for him here. You could go something like Jhin plus like Rakan on 5. Oh, Rakan's banned. Never mind. They just banned it on 5th ban. Smolder is actually pretty good here. It's a good Smolder angle. I think Hano Life wins this game, bro. I think Hano Life wins. Galio, sure. Galio, Alistar, Rumble into Smolder. Yeah, I just don't know what... They need to pick an AD champion here. They have to pick Viego, I think. Even though Viego is kind of a shit champ, I just think that without a Viego, I don't think their comp can play. So they probably just have to go Viego. Just accept it, you know? So, I mean, some type of carry going Kindred. Yeah, I think Smolder just 1v9s this game. I'm going to be honest. I think Smolder 1v9s this. I wonder if they're going to go... I wonder what they're going to go for Delight. I mean, he could just go Nautilus and not care. Poppy is fine. Poppy is decent versus the Alistar, though. I mean, yeah, I think Hano Life just win. Yeah, the only thing I worry about for Hano Life is Peanut on Nefiri. Like, I could see Peanut getting gapped in this game. That's definitely the way I could see them losing, is Peanut just gets mega gapped.
If Faker gets another...
Faker is, no pot here.
In a matchup...
Whoa, Faker. Whoa, Nelly. Bro, Zika has just been dumpstering Faker in lane these 2 games. God damn, bro. Faker getting gapped? Yeah, he's been getting gapped these games in terms of just raw laning. Like, there's neither lane is supposed to go as bad for Faker as it did. Yeah, Zeus is not that easy to dive here, but maybe they can do it. They TP to save the boys. Oh!
Doran takes double turret shots. The TP takes about 8 years. So they're okay.
He's trying to mark the crab, but Peanut's going to get double crab off this. It's really big for Peanut. Faker's going to deny a wave here, though. He could have maybe lived that. It's true. He could have maybe lived that. They just wanted to cover him one time. I mean, Zika loses half of his lane lead just off that. I mean, he'll lost a wave here, so it's not great for Zika, but it's fine.
So it's going to force it.
Yo! You better insta-W this.
I think he's okay.
Oh, good flash.
He did need to.
Not in great situation here, man. Like, his wave is not great, but Smolder is enjoying. What is this? He just thought that Alistar was already basing and going top, and Alistar just camped the brush. Smart by him, to be honest. Oh my god, that's terrible. Bro, I don't know. That's really bad from Zika. I mean, you have to respect that Faker is like going to be able to E a charm, a flash charm. I mean, I guess Zika will be level 6 soon, so it won't matter too much. But yeah, great buffer, to be honest. I mean, it's not. I don't know. I mean, he can do it every time. These are pro players. It's disrespect, bro. It's disrespect onto Faker here. Okay, Faker's dead. Okay, well, Faker gives one back. He's a real one. On Drake here. I mean, this doesn't feel amazing doing Drake in this situation, but Nefiri is ahead because of the double crabs. Does not feel great from P. I want to see live. I don't want to see this. I want to see if he gets canceled on Drake by the Rumble. Bro, we're not going to get to see live? Bro, it's a tense situation. Okay, he gets it. He gets it when Rumble could have moved on him.
Even though Zeka didn't show a lot of emotion, it's fine. Peanut is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Just
here.
dead?
He does not have flash anymore. Trying to give this kill over to Doran, maybe, but one more wins a war and he does go down. Okay, trying to go untargetable once again as Ingo's Faker, and finally...
Okay, they used 3 flashes here for him. Or 2 flashes here for him. Rumble has the TP. Like, I mean, they get a mark for Kindred, so I guess it's worth. Let's see what happens for this grub fight. I mean, Hano Life doesn't need to fight anything. Also, when you get a Drake with Smolder, you should be enjoying so much. They should be so happy here. I figure has to, like, drop most of a wave.
This was a counter pick. Valdez.
Yeah. I mean, this is what we talked about in the draft. Like, there were a lot of Faker's big...
I mean, it's not a counter pick, really. Like, it's a counter pick based on he picked it after, but it's not actually a counter pick. Like, he's just picking it because he doesn't have champions that are going to be good for the game that will also be able to beat Zika in lane. Also, Faker's strength is not being able to beat somebody like Zika in lane, right? Orin has TP, and you have no TP on the Rumble, so I feel like Hano Life could have potentially fought this. I think they should have like late contested 1 or 2 grubs, but they just feel like it's unnecessary given the champs that are in the game. Yep, they get 1. Not bad. Getting one here is pretty good. I mean, yes, Hano Life should win from this position. The early game did go well enough that they should just win. But who knows, bro? Who knows? I feel like Hano Life is not super good on this type of comp recently. Like, I haven't been impressed with their Nefiri games at all, really, when Peanuts played it.
We've had enough.
I don't remember how many times he's played it, but I know I've watched his Nefiri, and I didn't think it was great. Peanut Games of Legends. Not generally impressed with his Nefiri. I think that there's much better Nefiris in LCK. Yeah, how many times has he played it? He played it into D+ and lost? I guess he only played it once. No, he played it twice. Oh, he lost the other time he played it versus Gen G. Lost pretty hard in that game, too, so he hasn't won a game on Nefiri yet. I don't think that Hano Life really wants to start the Drake or anything. They just want to make it hard for T1 to take the Drake. How I see it. And Zika has no TP, so he would have to move down. I feel like this is not a fight that Hano Life needs to take or should even like really want to take. I think that this is a way you can lose the game. All right, let's see.
If Hano Life played a little slow.
Well, there's the equalizer. It's a good one, but the Poppy ult is even better as they go all in on.
They one-shot him. They one-shot him. They one-shot him. They one-shot the Kindred here, and they got the Drake fight. Oh my God, it's so fucking big for them. Peanut is trolling. Peanut is trolling. Guma has flash. He's dead. Oh, that's horrible for the game. That is horrible for the game. That is horrible for the game. They lost Drake and they lost the fight. That was a good engage, bro. That was a really good engage from Delight. They all just one-shot the Kindred before he was able to ult, even though he had Galio ult coming in. Peanut has no ult here. I mean, T1 has ults here. This is not a great time to look for this fight. They're TPing. They should give this 100%. They should really give this. The Light, if he gets W'd, could end up in trouble here. Yeah, this is bad from Hanwha. They will get bot turret, though. Can you explain to me why Nefiri scales well? I mean, she just has actual good scaling in her kit. And then also, it's the same reason that Gwen scales well. Any champion that has, like, an untargetability or, like, an invulnerability the same way that Nefiri has ends up scaling throughout the game because, like, the amount of time, like, being able to W and not get hit, when you think about how the game is played, right, becomes more and more effective tankiness as the game goes on, as people get more and more damage, right? Like 2 seconds of not, or like 1.5 seconds of not being able to be hit early game is like whatever, you know. It's like maybe you're like escaping a small amount of damage, but late game, this abilities like this or Gwen W, they scale so well because people are dying faster. So because people are dying faster, having more, like, your time is essentially just more valuable within the fight. The time that you're buying is more valuable within the fight. HLE doesn't need to fight this once again, though. They should be willing to ditch a fight if it looks bad and just hit top. Good from Zika. Should be careful here, though. They dive deep. That's a different situation, for sure. They're going to lose bot turret here. Zeus is going to TP over. Oh, never mind. He's just walking.
They can get in on someone. Peanut.
Oh, Peanut didn't W it.
Yeah, it's not a real.
They're TVing behind, though.
He is an Orin. I don't really think they can kill him.
Oh, flash from Guma here. Flash from Guma.
They're still showing a lot of respect to Hano Life.
Okay. Guma had to flash here. Orin ulted. Orin flashed as well. Or sorry, Orin flashed, didn't ult.
Yeah, they're just gonna give up.
Wow, they have to give the Drake. They have to give third Drake versus the Smolder. Honestly, T1 caught up like 2K gold in that sequence. The problem is that they're playing against Soul Point. They shouldn't be able to fight the next fight. The next fight should be Smolder's 225, and the Smolder is really happy in the game. And like Owner is pretty far behind. They're going like double cleaver. Like it looks really hard for them to fight. Look at how strong this Orin looks compared to the Rumble right now as well.
Like this is quite as slow and steady. Oh my God, he's going in.
Charm is gonna miss, but it doesn't matter. He's so tanky. He's Ari. Look at his story.
Damn, he's just making fun of him, bro. He's spitting on him.
No.
Oh, not Doomer Chronicler.
It's done. It's done. Oh.
Well, I forced the flash here. I mean, they're so desperate right now. Carry a flash forward there because they're so desperate here. Insanely desperate. They're like, we need to kill him or do something here. Peanut is just inting. Peanut is just inting here. There's nothing else to say. I mean, I still have not been super convinced by the Peanut Nefiri. The Peanut Nefiri has not been, like, very impressive, even though they're winning.
Level 14.
Trying to collapse here on a Faker, it looks like, who is just going to run into the river. Looks like he is okay. And they just want to set up position here on this Dragon, of course. Hano Life Esports looking for that Infernal Soul.
Viper just wants to queue people.
He's trying his best.
Oh my God. Well, Guma can heal it at least, but More of that poke hits, they're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, Zeus not really able to make his way in. Equalizer now, going to do
That was just Locket for that.
more of a zoning equalizer than anything else.
This is no TP. Can they do anything to Faker here?
Zeus did walk back over it. Faker in a rough spot.
I don't know what that W was.
Okay.
Oh!
Zeka, though. Gonna get the charm here on a owner. Nice amount of poke from them. Even the
Oh, they're going on to Guma. They're going on to Guma and Doran. Doran has the flash. Ah, it's over, bro. That's Soul. That's Soul, baby. Let's go downfall. Let's go. Hey, T1 can't win the split anymore. Can't be a #1 seed anymore. Enjoy the gauntlet, T1. Please win, Hanwha. Please win, Hanwha. Please can win.
Carry our Hex Flashes forward, which means...
Zeke played the outside of this fight so well. Honestly, how good was the Ahri pick? How good was the Ahri pick here? You actually pick Ahri, and there's nothing Faker can play anymore. He's actually just going to be useless in the game. It's so fucking smart.
If Hano Life lose this game, I will believe in curses.
Wow.
All right, the casters are trying to jinx it as hard as humanly possible. They're trying to save T1 here. It's respectable, honestly.
We're getting a little engaged here. Owner very, very low. And
oh, they're just killing Doran. That guy's dead. Peanut just inted.
Zeus, though, is pretty deep. Delight as well, getting chunked out. But the damage from Zeka and Viper is just so gigantic. And even Zeus is still here. Gonna get the Naga, but it's a little bit too deep.
Peanut just ran it down. Peanut's the furious sus, bro. It just wasn't good here.
Little flank.
They're trying to engage. They got a flank.
They didn't go in.
Guma has... Oh, Guma, what are we doing? Guma, what are we doing? Hey, Guma. Okay, bro. Joe Marsh has got your back. I don't know why we're in the middle of mid lane here, but yeah. Well played to you, sir.
And yeah, he's just kind of playing with his food at this point. Guma left out to dry.
It's very hard to pilot.
It's just how like
decently. I mean, there's a lot you can do with the champ. It's a lot about timing. It's a lot about like knowing how to play like the outsides of fights and stuff.
Maybe he used them aggressively.
Maybe like very early on.
Yeah.
Well, might do that here.
Well, Charm's gonna miss, but Carrier's not in the fight anymore. Still gonna try to get in there. He doesn't have
you gotta get this.
Yeah, Equalizer comes down.
Viper is just cooking, bro.
Now they can just smite it down. Easy.
Viper just stood on top of this fucking rubble for 45 years.
That's a Baron now over to the side.
Delight, you could have just walked out topside, brother. You didn't need the flash. What do you think it would take to get for Shaco to be played? I don't know.
Yeah.
They would have to rework it, or they would have to be willing to have it be strong in solo queue. The thing about Shaco is because they want it to be weak in solo queue, they or like they don't want to make it super OP in solo queue. They purposely keep it weak.
It's an opportunity for growth, I'd say.
45 on Drake. I mean, that's Rumble ult for Ahri ult, but Ahri ult will be back up pretty quickly because he has Ultimate Hunter and Malignance. So Ahri will have ult and Rumble will not have ult for the Elder fight. Pretty much what it is like there's a lot of champions that just won't be competitively viable or like be competitively played in the jungle role, because if they were good in competitive, they'd be so broken in solo queue that no one would like want to play the game. So like Eve, Shaco, like pretty much all the invisibility champions have the same issue, where they're just not really competitively viable. Like you can play Shaco one in every like, I don't know, couple hundred games or something. Maybe. You could play kha'zix at points. You can play like Rengar at points. Just the opportunities are few and far between.
The damage already coming in onto this.
You should be just trying to poke with Smolder, yeah. You don't need to do anything crazy. Just poke.
Zeka's got an angle, but he's spotted. And it's getting lower and lower. Bomb will be called, and in goes Zeka. Gonna hit the charm on that back line, and Doran's almost already dead.
They're both almost as dead. Insta or what? Wait, hold up. Nah, Smolder just carries this now. All right, Peanut, relax. Oh, okay, Peanut. He did that without his Q2, by the way. he used one Q on the other guy. All right, Zeus, you killed the Drake.
It's ridiculous. It's way too much. And Faker going for the desperation flank.
Why did Peanut ult this? Nah, bro, he can't play Neferi for shit. Does he think his ult is like a reset, like a fucking cancel? Bro, why did Peanut just ulti, man? Like, he actually just can't play Neferi. He actually can't play it. Like, he can lock it in, but he can't play it. You feel me?
Well, he's not going to die because of his ult, but now he's going to die. in relatively simple fashion. Delay gonna find another angle reminiscent of that level.
They got fucking
4
stomped.
that he got in mid lane onto Faker, which really started the snowball in this game.
It looks like they didn't get stomped, but they did get stomped. Hano Life had control of this the entire game. And they outdrafted them. Mid gap, yeah, a ton of mid gap.
In the series, to be honest, we thought it was going to be closer. We thought it was going to be epic, but instead,
And okay, hold on. We put up this. Zeke is on another level compared to Faker. Insane skill diff mid this series. Pure facts. Undeniable facts. People are going to be mad though. People will be mad.